Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Get that bell notification on too so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County in Ontario themed city. And make sure to hit the like button too. The like button helps the channel a lot. And follow me on Instagram too. I post cool pictures of the city. And also we'll post updates of the channel and whatnot on there as well. Oh, what a great shot of the suburb of Strathcona out this way. We are going to be getting into more suburbs in the future. However, just a brief little rundown on what the plan is. This week we are going to be starting our airport build today. It's going to probably go into 2 episodes, maybe even 3. Not 100% sure based off of everything that's going on. But that's the plan. And Friday's episode is going to be episode 100, and that's going to be a special little episode, which I won't spoil too much about yet, so hang on for that. But we are going to start off today's episode with just a quick little addition into our port area. So this is where we will be working over the next 2 to 3 days. But the last few episodes, if we hop over to this highway and follow it down, we've been building out in our port area, and I've let it grow up a little bit, and I've added some historical buildings as well to it. But there's a couple things that I want to add in really briefly before we get into our airport build, and I like doing this at the beginning of episodes. 1, so I don't forget. 2, so we have time to do them, and 3, because it's a good way to start off. So anyways, we're gonna throw a garbage processing plant out this way. So we'll just place it right about there. This is a great little spot that I added in to fill in pretty much a void, but it has a great opportunity. This placement here has a great opportunity because it can do a couple things. Well, 1, we forgot that I can turn this way. But these trucks can access the port really quickly, and then they also have quick access to the expressway as well. So I think I asked for a suggestion on what to put here, and thank you, David, for the suggestion. I believe it was David. We are going to just cop out a little bit and bring the water right through there. And yeah, that should work. And then we'll also bring it right up through here, and just to fill in this gap here, because we will be building out here in the future, but might as well just get it done with now. So we got that, and then there's also one thing that we're kind of missing here. So all the cars and trucks flow through here into this big toll booth, which I don't really mind the size. I think maybe we can go down to a smaller one if things get too weird, but I want to get in a couple pedestrian connections. And thank you, JWMZ, for reminding me about this, because now pedestrians don't really have much access down into here, especially with the toll booth cutting everything off. So we're going to delete this fence and get in a couple paths. So first of all, what we're going to do, though, because we're going to make some money off of this, is we are going to make this a park right here. More grounds. Okay, sure. We'll call it the port gates. All right, pretty easy. And I don't normally like doing these larger additions to the city before build, but we're going to be spending about 3 days, or 2.5 maybe, on this airport build. So I don't mind taking a bit of time out of today's episode to do something like this. So we're going to be using the small park main gates. And there's not really an exact kind of space already occupied. Oh, that disappeared. There's not really an exact gate that I would like to have that's in the vanilla game, but I want to kind of make them seem like that they're a bit of checkpoints. So there's not really a security gate, a pedestrian security gate in the vanilla game, unfortunately. So we're gonna get a side gate there. I don't think we'll get a connection there. I think we'll have one here, and then we'll have another one right. Oh, we're not in the park area over there. That's okay. It's an easy little fix. And right over here. Okay, and then we'll get another one right here, and then I'll get that side gate. Oh, okay, I guess we just need to extend the park out a little bit. That is fine. Oh, wrong button again. You can always tell it's been a little while since I played if I make silly mistakes, like not knowing where buttons are. Okay, so we'll just use move it here. We'll swing it out just to about... Oh, my game's slowing down a little bit. Just to about here. And now let's get some pathways through. So I know that it's not the most realistic thing. Oh, whoa. Prop and tree anarchy is on. Silly me. To have these park gates here, but I couldn't really figure out another way to make it seem like it's a secured gate to get through here. So I'll have to live with this. I think it works though. It's pretty neat. It's a neat little addition, and it won't take too long to kind of clean up and everything. So we'll take off the zoning along here, and we'll just try and add in a couple supporting pieces of industry through here. And yeah, I guess we can get the fence through here again too. And then we're gonna hop right into our little build as well. So let's click on to here, and we're gonna go into freeform mode, and pretty much we'll just connect up like that, and then same thing like so. Now I realize I did just kind of mess this up a little bit. Holy cow, there we go. So let's pull it back off the road there, and then let's just get the last one through. Perfect, okay. So now that we have that, people will be able to easily walk into the port should they decide. Maybe the port posts a little security guard there or something along those lines. Anyways, let's hop on to the expressway and go all the way through the downtown, and we're gonna head out to the airport. But wait, there's no interchange for the airport yet. Correct, so we are going to go from about... Wait, we're on the wrong highway. We forgot, we're gonna hop on to Florence Avenue. Geez, sorry about that. And then we're going to go over our Diamond Interchange and onto the 401. And we're out over here. Fantastic. So, let's get an interchange in. Now this is gonna be a little bit interesting because I'm gonna place down an interchange that we will remove. So I'm gonna place down a pre-built one. And the reason why I'm saying this right now is because I wanna focus majority of the attention on today's episode, minus what we just did, on the airport build itself. So if we're building an airport, what I wanna do is I wanna extend this expressway out to about here, probably beyond this, or at least turn it into a better highway. But I also want to do the same thing up here, and then we'll connect up into this road and make that a bit more of a stronger connection. But I am not ready to do that at the moment, because what I want to do is basically just get the main airport infrastructure in place, and all that's going to happen is this interchange that I'm just going to place down. It's a pre-built one that I got from the workshop. It's just going to be removed and changed out for a different one. Simple as that. Probably just like a simple stack interchange that I'll probably hand build myself. But that is going to be an episode either later on this week, before episode 100, or after episode 100, depending on timing. So basically I just want to get the main part of the airport done. There are connections so that people can go from the expressway onto the highway. So I'm not too worried about it at the moment. But I mean, obviously if someone is coming down from the city that hop on the expressway, then there you go. But the 401 is the major intersection, highway through most of the city, sorry. So that's what we'll start with. All right, so let's just get one of these bad boys. Pretty simply. Actually, I don't think I went over far enough. There we go. Let's hop back over here, and let's place it in just like this. Okay, now again, this is just a temporary interchange, so I'm not going to worry too much about it, and we will finish everything off in the future, where we'll make sure that this interchange is proper and everything like that. But, you know, there's always stuff you can do to improve traffic right away, just like the lane mathematics through the middle of the interchange. That's a huge one. And like they come out into 3, so we can just put them down into 2. There you go, pretty easy splits. And yeah, it works out pretty good. There's some waviness happening, so why don't we just do some adjustments right away. And what we'll do is we'll just, oh, there we go. We'll just lower them a little bit. This one should be raised up a touch. And this one should be just lowered a touch. Anyways, so we got that in place. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place the airport itself, and we'll kind of work off of that. So for this build, we are going to be using the massive Metropolitan Airport. And the reason why I want to use this one is because I want to, you know, make this airport build really cool. Now this does take up a lot of money versus, oh, they're the same price. Okay, well, it also has some cool connections with helicopter hubs and whatnot. And we're going to be wondering how we're going to pay for all this, because $10,000 a week is pretty gnarly. We still have a bunch of unique factories to place down, and some unique factories that are going to go around this area, like the electronics factory. I'm thinking of throwing somewhere nearby, as well as the modular house factory. They'll kind of add a bit of an industrial vibe to it. Maybe even the car factory. I don't know yet. It does take up a lot of space. Like, look how huge that building is. So we'll see in the future, but right now we're just going to focus on the airport and how we're going to place these planes. Well, so what I'm thinking is this little road connection here to the left of the airport doesn't necessarily need to be there. I think what we'll do is we'll run a connection basically off of this road. That'll connect up with a connection from here, which is again why I'm not doing it today, because there's a lot of road stuff. So we could just spend the entire episode just doing the road stuff. But I want to get the airport in place now, and then we'll revise the roads just outside of the quadrant labeled airport. Pretty much is where we'll do a build later on. So I'm thinking what I want to do is I want to line up this road with like this runway. Sorry, holy cow! With that road, I'm just going to push it back a little bit, so we're parallel to that, and place it down just about here. So it seems a bit far from the city, doesn't it? But we're going to have a ton of really cool things happening in this area here that's going to make it seem like it's really not that far away. All right, so now let's get our second interchange in. Yeah, a second interchange, and we'll be using this pretty much the same one, maybe one that's a bit tighter. I don't know why I have 4 of these. And we're going to be placing it down about right here. Pretty much the idea about through this is, you know, some airports, they have the interchange off and then they have to transfer on for different terminals kind of thing. So I feel like this is kind of what's going to happen here. We could go with an even bigger interchange. We could do something like this. But I don't think we'll really need to go much beyond all of this, or this need over here. I'm thinking we're gonna have the trumpet wave out to the right because we have a bit more space, and I want to leave a bit of room because we're gonna have a bunch of things happening behind this interchange, just to the bottom of the screen here. So I'm just kind of debating whether or not this actually is the proper interchange that we'll need. I think it will do just fine, because I would also like to make sure there's a bit of a transition from our farms to our airport. So let's place this in place. Place it in place. Let's go to our highway, and we are going to be on the 2-lane highway here. I think what we can do is actually go back to the 3-lane highway. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll just go in a straight line to connect up to there, straight line, and then we'll just make sure we upgrade these little knobs here. Okay, and then just to look at lane maths here, I'm gonna upgrade this one to 2 lanes. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So we'll have the slip lane going off for here. It's gonna get pretty backed up, but they have lots of time to get over. And then they merge into 2 lanes. So if they wanna get into the middle lane, they can. And then they swing off and around and up and into the terminal. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we'll have a secondary slip lane going off into here for something else. But I think that works. Majority of the cars going through this interchange are going to be passenger cars anyways, so I think this will be fine. And then we're going to go down to 2 lanes over here. Alrighty, so once we get into here, what I'm thinking about doing is pretty much just going into one of these basic roads, and I think we'll go with the tree-lined one. We'll go with the grass one for now, but I think this will work out great. Let's turn our guidelines off so I'm not snapping away. Oh, I thought I turned them off there. There we go. Perfect. And this way we have these 2 lanes merging into each other. Just like that, and just like that. And then really quickly, I'm gonna set up these lane lines, just so that we aren't running away into different sections, kind of thing, you know? So we probably don't need these 2 nodes here. So what I'm thinking about doing here instead is going into our network multi-tool and subtracting nodes. Yeah, we don't really need those. And then we'll go into our node controller, square that node off, and we'll just slope it, why not? And there we go. So I think what happened is I actually messed everything up by deleting those nodes, so we'll just have to redo those lane lines. And there we go. So pretty smooth transition. Not actually, but it works. I don't really just want to mess with this right now, but perhaps in the future we can come back when we redo the highways through here, because like again, this is rather high, so I don't think these actually need to be that high. So we'll just lower it down. It's pretty good. And then what we can do is we can grab these 2 and just lower them a touch. There we go. And then we'll do the same for these and here. And then what we'll do really quickly is just come over here with the network multi-tool. We'll go to set slope mode. We'll go from here to here. There we go, now it's a much smoother slope, and then we'll do the same thing from here down to here. There we go, it's a lot better, isn't it? Okay, now let's go into elevated, and we'll grab this and upgrade. Oh, there we go. And now we have upgraded this. Now it looks a lot nicer, doesn't it? Okay, so we have the entrance into the airport. Everything should be flowing through here. I'm tempted to just get going on this one as well, but I think what we'll do, I just don't want to waste any more time today, so I'll just pause the game. We'll delete this connection here, and I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of make a roundabout. This is not ideal, but I really just don't want to spend more time doing the highway stuff today. I want to get going on the airport itself, because I have a lot planned for it. All right, so we have the highway going into here, don't we? All right, so let's grab this. Let's just say it turns into a 4-lane highway. This is a connection up here. Could we just start it over here? Guess we could. Alright, I think I probably messed up everything with the lane arrows and everything. There we go. Alright, so now let's run this along. Perfect. And I guess we'll have to do something similar here. I think we'll leave these in place as single lanes, and then we'll go into just a basic 4-lane road through here. So let's find a good placement right about here. Alrighty, and we're going to definitely do some lane math through here with this. So I assume that majority of the cars going through here are going to go up and around, so why don't we upgrade this? Whoa, wrong one. We'll upgrade this to 2 lanes actually. Oh, I thought I put that as elevated. Alrighty, so I think what we'll have to do actually is just do a bit of finagling with this. And we will upgrade this one to I'd really like it if there's a median in between, but that's okay. Perfect. And I guess we can also do something similar over here. So yeah, you see why I didn't want to spend too much time on the highway stuff. Alrighty, so we go down to there, and let's just go down to a single lane through here. And this way we can get a nice, simple 2-lane connection into here, and then go down into a 1-lane through here. Alrighty, so let's grab that, connect up, and we'll just do a bit of maneuvering. Oh, let's just grab node controller first. There we go. Now, obviously, since we only have one lane kind of running through here, this means that we have tons of space to grow as the demand sees fit. But I like having the size of this interchange, like it's pretty large, like space-wise, like physically too. So, what am I doing? Node controller. There we go. And let's also just make sure that these connections here, they go like that, and let's also make sure that they have a node controller little thing happening. There we go. We'll come back with lane arrows, but yeah, that way these two lanes can kind of turn. Let's actually just stretch this out a little bit differently so that, yeah, it's a lot better. I'm just kind of playing around with this because I really like it if it kind of looked like the focus of the turn was through here. Anyways, I think we can come back to this anyways because we're not going to really play with it. This is mainly just so that we have cars coming through here, right? Alrighty, now let's grab this one, I guess. Get that to connect up. We'll go into our roundabout tool. It's a good enough roundabout. Then we'll go into our highway. And since this is pretty rural, I don't really want pedestrians coming out this way anyways. We'll just upgrade it to a highway. There we go. And then we'll just connect up. Okay, this is way off, so let's just grab these two, swing it out. Alright, so sorry about that. Let's just fix this up. There we go. This is the George Street debacle all over again. Alright, that is fine for now. Now let's set up this roundabout. Pull this back. And what is it again? It's right here. There we go. And then we come through here with, whoops. Alrighty. And then let's just use some node controller and pull back these nodes. Alright, so obviously, like I'm saying, there's tons of opportunity to redo the highways through here. And I placed a roundabout here because I feel like this is probably the best connection here for now. Now they hop through the roundabout, they go through here, they hop in, and we are finally at the airport, and we're almost done the episode. It's so unfortunate. But this way, we have tons of connectivity through the region. So let's just do this right on these connecting points, just to make sure that everyone knows where they are going. And that there's no confusion whatsoever. We're all good? We're all good? Yeah, seems to be good. Okay, so now we're actually at the entrance of the airport itself. So this is where we're going to be really focusing on detailing. Now this is pretty much just like a side build almost. Majority of this infrastructure will stay, however the connections will change. So there will be a connection through here that'll run up this highway and come up this way. Now I was planning on getting some transit done in today's episode, some transit connections into here. However, I just don't think that's going to happen in today's episode, so that's why I'm thinking tomorrow's episode will be a bit more focused on the transit side of things. So why don't we just get this connected up? And this is a 2-lane road, right? So I think what we'll start off doing is we'll just come through here, we'll unlock these segments, and we are going to make it a one-way road. There we go. This is with parking, right? With parking. There we go. Let's go with this one. I am always nervous using Steam Workshop roads to replace roads in these assets. However, I think in this case we'll take the risk. Okay, so now there's parking on the outside of this, which is perfect. Now there's helicopter pads over here. Now we got to really focus on how we want this area to kind of flow in. So what I'm thinking is we bring this out. It's going to curve slowly out over here. We'll get a roundabout right through here. And we're going to have a connection that's going to go out this way and run parallel to the highway for other things. And we'll get the majority of this through here. And I think we'll have transit kind of running along in here. I guess they'll have to go somewhat under or over our little connections here. We might have to sync this whole system down, which could be interesting. But anyways, let's get going on this. Let's grab... There are these basic roundabouts, but I don't really love it. Perhaps we do a system without a roundabout, which is something new for a change. Alrighty. Let's pretty much start by looking at splitting off a lane here. I think we're far enough. There we go. So we can get some supporting infrastructure through here. And now let's run the rest of the way with this road here. So we'll go straight for a tad more. And now let's figure out how we want to connect up through here. So let's break it back a little bit farther. That's probably good. And now let's actually delete that. And let's focus a bit on just getting a little teeny nub. And why don't we try using the make connection mode? We'll go from here to here, here to here. That's pretty good. So they swing out and over. I'm actually just going to move this node back, and let's just get this to be a bit of a better curve. That's good. And we'll do something similar over here. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Alrighty, so right about here is where it's going to have to redirect to a bit more to the center. Or we can just run with these roads now. Don't love this. So let's get a nice connection through here. There's always not enough parking through here too, which I always find a little bit silly. Okay, right through here we're gonna get some roads, and we'll get another road out this way. And I think we're gonna get some different road connections off of here as well. But right now we're focused on getting this working, aren't we? So we'll swing this out. It's a little bit better. I don't love how this connects in though, to be honest. So why don't we try and swing it out so this is a bit more central. And when you're coming to the airport, it's a bit slower. This way the turn isn't so drastic. But we definitely need to expand this node. Yeah, that's a bit better. Alrighty, and I always like getting a little turnaround in here. Now the one thing I don't like is this parking lot. It throws me off because there shouldn't be a parking lot right there in my opinion. So we might try to do something to cover that up, but let's just get a single lane. I don't mind parking through here connection so that there can be a bit of a turnaround. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, now this is going to give us tons of access around the area here for other things. So we have our highway connection through here. Highway connection through here, it's a bit wonky. I will work on this to straighten it out and everything, but I don't want to do it on camera because I don't want to waste your time with me just fiddling, especially with things that are going to change anyways. So like I said, we are saving the highway update for a separate video. This is mainly just to get the airport up and running in a somewhat sufficient way that isn't going to completely be unbelievable and whatnot. So let's just make sure we get some water out this way, and we'll run it under this road. There we go. All right, so I guess what we can do, since we still have some time, is focus on getting some of the other major aspects of the city through here. So there are a couple things that I really want to look at getting in our little build. And one of them is this, the the monorail bus hub. So I think a monorail system in this area would be really cool. And I think we might have to delete this road actually. And what I'm thinking is all the buses that come off of here, they'll go down a road either here or here, and they can connect up. Oh, wrong one. Right about here. So I don't think we should connect up just like that. So why don't we grab a 4-lane road? Let's go with, or how about an asymmetric one? No, a 4-lane one works. Just go with this one. And we'll connect off. Let's turn our guidelines off. Like so. So it's slightly over. And let's actually just make sure we know where everyone's going here, because it seems like they don't. Yeah, so this guy's going here. This guy's going here. And then we'll do something like this. And these ones are turning around. Okay, and I guess this guy go here and here as well. Okay, so I guess it was just a bit funky of a turnaround. Alright, so now let's get this monorail bus hub through here. So I really want this to be as close as possible. And the idea behind this is, oh look, that actually connects up, is that buses, intercity buses, can come into here, and it's not going to just be intercity buses, but I was thinking about getting an intercity bus hub out here. Just didn't really love how it kind of worked out. It can come out through here, and if I can just swing this out a little bit more to make it seem a bit more realistic, that'd be great. They can come out through here, and then they can hop on the monorail as well, but this can also be a bit of a system because I want to get another system through here, and that is the Metro Monorail Train Hub. So that's 3 things. So a metro, a train, and the monorail. Now this, however, is going to go on the other side of this. Why, you may ask? Well, we are going to get an express subway system that's going to connect from here over to this, which is going to be about over this way. It's going to connect up with a train station as well, which this is the train station. And then that metro is going to run pretty much 1 stop into Batherston and 1 stop down to Union Square. So that's 4 stops. This one, there's going to be suburbs out this way, right? So this one's going to be a bit of a milk run into the city. It's not going to follow this direct path. It might swing out this way and over. So this is going to be the express route. It's also going to allow people to transfer from the trains and the subways onto the monorail system as well. Now I'm just realizing that I'm kind of doubling up with this monorail, but the whole point of this was to have a monorail through here. So the bus hub, all the buses, and the trains. So I guess it's mainly for the train, but I guess a metro stop kind of works. So it's kind of acting as a bit of a 2-way system here. So maybe people take the monorail from here, they hop on, they get on the train, or they can continue on. So, you know, it works, it works. So that means we need a road out this way. So why don't we just get that road in place, and then we'll kind of look at calling it. Because this is another reason why I was looking at kind of thinking about redoing this whole system anyways, because honestly I wanted to kind of get all the transit in place first, and then we'll kind of work it out. So here we go, we got that in place. Let's take a quick peek at how everything works out. So we may have to actually turn this around. Okay, holy cow, there we go. I think perhaps what we'll do, so it looks like it has 2 train stations. That's pretty cool. So we'll just going, actually yes, there will be intercity trains. We'll grab it, move it, Steven, there we go. And we'll swing it out this way. Like so. Yeah, about there works. And then we'll get a road through here. I'm just gonna grab it. We'll get it to snap onto itself. There we go, so now we know there's no issue. Okay, so now that we have this transit option in place, the trains can fly into here. We'll have maybe 2 separate lines for it even. They got options, and then they'll hop on the monorail, and the monorail will swing all the way across, go over top of this, and in. So it's kind of like a direct route. this is where a lot of the parking lots are going to be as well, I think, for the airport. And a lot of this is going to be supporting infrastructure for the build here. Some cool little areas, but obviously with this here, there can't be anything built out this way. So I know we built something slightly out this way, but this will turn around. Whoa. And this will be like a bus road kind of connecting up. So we'll just kind of get this out here and we'll get it to curve in. It's not going to stay like this. There's going to be tons of tweaks through it. This is a really important build. And right now we're just getting the basics in. And we might move this a bit more down, to be honest, but I mean, it works. So the monorail is going to be an express system in the city, but so will the metro. The monorail is going to be pretty much just for people coming in via train, and for parked cars, because you know, it's a bit realistic, and we'll pretty much just have one monorail going back and forth unless we see pretty significant demand. And then if we do develop some things out this way, perhaps they can go there as well. Monorails are pretty cool. You often see them in lots of different areas, and you know, there could also be a second terminal coming as well. So without further ado, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll start getting a bit of a view out this way for the thumbnail. So let me know what you think. I know that there's not a lot being built right now, but in the next two videos there will be, and we'll get really going on some cool airport stuff. So have a great day. Talk to you soon. Peace out.